moment.
All right. Thank you.
Yes,
That's
yes,
really
we're going
good.
to start taking can proceed.
Oh, okay, awesome. So basically tonight, let me just create a new project. Can you guys see my screen? Not right. How did I do this thing? Questions. Please confirm if you can see my so that this is too much. Please confirm if you can see my what's the name? My editor so that hello.
Yes, yeah. Yes, we can see your screen. You can see your
Okay, so
screen.
basically we are not using this project. So I just want to create a new Flutter project right now. I mean there are different ways of creating it, but I mean you can come to your terminal and run Flutter create and you add the name, but I just go through the easy route, right? So I'll just let and I'll call the application a notepad. Let me just say notepad, right? So yeah. So basically, it's still same thing. I mean, if you check what was displaying here, it was showing Flutter create. So that's the way that is structured, right? So what I would, I mean, I think I did this in our class, but I'll probably just go over this the Flutter what's the name now? The folder structure again. I mean, I know that some of us are by now, some of us are probably used to this part, right? So I'll just quickly go over it a bit and would move to tonight's class. So basically, I think I explained this part last time that we'll have different folder structure for Flutter. So we have the Android folder and we have the iOS folder. So anything we are changing or anything we are implementing that has to do with native Android would come and make the adjustment there. So let's say probably I want to change my application name. I want to add a permission that is specific to Android alone. I can always come here to main command. Yeah, yeah, man, precious. Like you can go now. Just unmute and speak. Hello, can anybody hear me?
Okay,
Okay.
I was not seeing your screen before, but I can see it now.
All right. Thank you. Please, sorry, I want this class
I
to,
think it's network.
I guess, it's the
I said I was
network.
not seeing your screen before. I think it was network. I can see it now.
All right. Thank you. So please, I want this class to be as interactive as possible. So if at any point you are probably you can't see my screen or you need me to explain and go over something again, I think you can just call my attention to that. And also, if probably I am not on the Google Meet tab, somebody can just probably just pick me so that I can always go back to check that. So yeah, so we have the 100 folder, we have the iOS, and we have the lead folder. So I mean, we have this. I think if probably can just check the last video so that we can just get what we discussed last time, right? So basically today, what we are doing today is we are still on UIs, right? We are still last class, which was on Sunday, we discussed about stateless widgets, right? So today we'll be moving to we'll still do a bit of stateless widgets and we'll also do some stateful widgets, right? So basically what the goal of the class is just to get us to, I mean, just to perfect, I mean, our design this thing. Like we are still not writing the functionalities yet, but let us understand the design because I feel like that's that part is actually very, very crucial. And once you understand the basics and how it works, I feel like you will not have any issues. Also, can I share this screen? Uh, okay, so for this class, I want this class to be as practical as I want. So basically, during this class, right, we'll be designing just this one, two, three, four screens. So basically, if you check this app, this one, please confirm if you can see my Figma screen, right? Hello. Oh, awesome. Thank you. That's Mr. Abraham. So basically, why I literally want this class, why I want to have, and why I am literally giving this Figma design is just that I don't want us to just code randomly. Like, I mean, let us have a practical view of what we'll be working on when we start building applications, right? A standard organization will definitely provide you everything you need, right, as regards this. So basically, this is the design. I mean, this is an onboarding flow. You'd see like, okay, this is like the first page. I mean, we all use application with somebody, right? So what we just do is just to design this flow, and also we design this UI. This is like a notepad application. So basically, I'm not a designer. I just feel like this is what I can literally come up with. So if the colors are probably the are saying white background here, and this is changing to black. I mean, it just has to just uh, bear it with me tonight and all. So, and while I'm coding, right, I'll also try to explain some things you get so that when you are probably, I mean, you still work on something similar. I mean, this will be our test. Like I have, we have this onboarding, we have this. So basically, this will be some of our the probably some of our assignment or something. So basically, you guys can now try it out and also code along so that you can get to understand some things because in coding, right, the best way to learn is by acting like by doing it. You get so you can just sit on a call and probably I know you can just watch along, but you really understand it better when you are replicating it yourself. Because I don't know if anybody has probably watched a YouTube tutorial that you are doing the same thing, but what you are getting is not what the guy is getting. I don't know if anybody has tried the experience that. So, and if you didn't practice it yourself, you would not know that okay, this is I mean this is the thing, right? So please confirm if you guys can hear me before I continue, please.
Yes, we can hear you.
Please unmute your mic, please, I beg. Let's just have this conversation, please, so that I mean
Yeah,
this
we can.
emoji,
We can. We can hear you.
these
Yes, we can
emojis
hear
are
you, sir.
getting too much. Thank you very much. Uh,
We can
so
hear you. We can hear you.
so basically, right, the approach that we take is that once we this is what we want to design, right? The first thing I would do on our photo application is to in our LIB file, we need to structure our folders. I mean, structure our folders because I can do like let me just remove all this. Uh, um, what is my this thing? Sorry. Uh, so uh, so, that's right. Sorry, one more thing, please. I need to turn off my pilot so that this code generated thing will not be. Just hold on, please. I'll try to turn it up now. Open balance chart. Good. So the first thing we'll do is we need to set up like our folder structure. I think I have a project here that this call is recorded. So basically, imagine that you are working on an application that has different sections. So you want to, create a folder for your project. Like, okay, this one will be that I can call this folder onboarding. Then I can call this folder, let's say, homepage. Anyone.
Um, sorry,
Sorry.
Peter, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Sorry. All right, cool. So I don't know if it's just me. I'm only seeing the Figma file.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry. Is anybody seeing my dress code?
Yes.
we can see it
Yes,
now.
yes,
We can see
can
it
see
now.
your VS Code.
Okay, you can see my this thing. Probably you just join. You just probably leave the call and join back so that. Please, thank you for that observation. So okay, yeah. So basically, I can have so inside this folder, inside this these are folders, right? So I can now have my files here. This is because when I have, let's say I can have another folder here to be like settings. I can have another folder to be like, hold on. I can have another folder to be like, what else do we have? Sign up or probably authentication. Then some other things like that, right? So the best approach is like, let me have so everything I have under everything I'm putting under this, every file I'm adding to these settings will definitely be every file related to settings. So that when I want to come back to come and check, probably when I want to edit a file, I know the parts to check, right? So that's why this part is literally important to get. So basically, I'll just come here. I'll remove this one. I'll remove this one. I'll say there's no need for the application. I'm just saying not have right. So then I can now in my onboarding folder. All I just have to do is just create a new file here, and I'll call it. I can say onboarding dot that. So that's my onboarding folder. So what I can now say like I'll start with CK. So here I can create a stateful widget, and from the last class we just do STFF. So this will create once I press STF to create a stateful widget for me. All I have to do is just click on enter, and it will highlight the name. So I can name it onboarding screen, right? And that's it. So what I have to just do is just to come and call. All I have to do is just to call this class in my main.dat file. So all I just have to do is just come here, copy this, and send it here, and I'll close it. So I'll get an error message here that the method is not defined or something, something, right? The method of screen isn't defined type in type my app. So why it's saying that is that it's not seeing that file. So I have to add the path. So once I click on this, right, I would see the path. So once I import it, it automatically gets the part of this application here. So basically, if I click on this, let's say I do control and I click on this, right? If you are on Windows, once I click on this, right, it will take me to this onboarding screen. please confirm if you can still hear me, or am I going too fast so I can explain if I'm going too fast? Anybody, are we good? Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you. We can hear
Oh,
you.
all right, all right. So any questions so far? Because we are literally designing this, and I mean, we are designing this one actually. So can I go on? Like any questions so far as regards this? Okay.
No, no.
All right. Thank you. So all I have to do is let me now run this application here. Okay. So I should have like a blank screen because this is just a placeholder. So I can do this. Awesome. All right, guys. So this is currently loading, right? So while it's just loading, let me just explain how how we design some like the flow that I use like when I want to design, right? So in Figma, thank God we're using Figma, right? We have different. You can click on the box to see the alignment. Then also you can check the what's the name now? You can check the height and width. Do you get? So then this image now, because we'll need this image, we'll have to like export it. I'll also explain to us how we can add images to our application, and also how we can we have different kind of image. We have asset image, right? These are the ones that they are literally on. You add the files locally to your application. Then we have some network image. So let's say now that I want to like load an image, but it's not. I just have a URL. So there's a widget that use that part. So basically, everything in Flutter is more of a widget, right? But you just have to understand how it works, and I mean, it's just to play around it as well. So what I will do right now is that I'll change this to a scaffold, right? So once I change this one to a scaffold, right, this turned white. So because I can still so that each this scaffold now has different components like we discussed last time. So I can say he has the app bar, he has the floating action, but let's just play around it first. So this thing is a bit very, very simple, right? Once you over on a widget, right, you'd see the list of things that widget can take, right. So you'd see like this is app bar, this is body, this is floating action button. So that being app bar, right? Once you over on this app bar, right, you see that you can take this widget, right? Pivot size widget, right? So this I'll just say this is app bar. I'll do this, right? So once I do this now, so when you see some errors like this, that means that something is required here. Can you use, oh, no, no, no. Okay, this is constant. That's why. So let's say now, let me use another widget for example. Okay, text widgets, right? No, Outback cannot take a text widget. Let me just do body. I want to show you something here, and I'm doing a text widget, right? So text widgets, you see that there's an error here, which is saying that why is this thing doing like this? You see, one position argument is expected by text.new but zero fan. That means that this widget is expecting a string which is the data, like which is this empty string. So I can have this is that I can have it here, right? Let me do this so that I'll just switch so that you guys can see my screen very well. So if I go back to check this, can you see it at the very edge here, right? So and I think we talked about this last week. If I want to just move this widget to a center, all I just have to do is just to wrap this widget with another widget, which is the center widget. So it will move my this thing this to the center, right? But that is aside, right? But we are literally designing this onboarding flow. So I mean, we all use mobile application, and I feel like this onboarding flow should not be new to us, right? I mean, this is the first thing that you this is the first thing that you get to see in an application. You get, I mean, so basically, if you are working on an application, there's no how. I mean, if it's a standard application, though, there's no how you would not, I mean, get to work with some things like this. And also, we just do this part, which will be a little just UI and all. So if I want to design now, right, because the way Flutter does its own stuff, right, is like a tree. You get. So this scaffold now is this white background. If I'm adding another thing here, I call it. Let me just do this. So if I'm adding another thing here, I call it abba, right? And I say abba, this cannot be constant again. And I say abba, right? And I say the title is um, mobile class. Okay, the title has to be a widget, so it cannot take an empty string, right? So I can say that the title should be a text widget, and the text will now be mobile, right? So exactly. So we can see like this is the top. So that means that this design that we want to implement here, we can say that this once you can change this title, you can copy this text and move it here to oh why can't I copy now? Help us. Export switch. Where is the text now? Let me just type it, sorry. What's the thing now? This okay. Hold on, sorry. So let me just copy say this. Okay. So is this mm, I hope this is correct, right? So but so this is like the top side of the application. Can you guys hear me? So please
Yes.
confirm if am I too fast? If I'm too fast, please let me know so that I can go back. Right? Are we good? Anybody?
Yes, we. I can see you, so I can hear you clearly.
All right. So basically, this is just a very basic UI, right? So basically, we've seen that okay, um, this is our Abba, and we are good here. So what we just have to do is just now probably style it to what we have, right? But I because this home screen is dark background, I would want to change everything here to dark background so that we can have consistency, but we can still put it as this for now, right? So the next thing I want to do is that I want to just add some, can just
I'm not seeing your screen.
add
Sorry,
some.
please.
Sorry, please, can anybody see my screen?
I'm not seeing your screen.
Yes, you can see it.
Emmanuel, maybe we just drop off and join back. Probably it's your network. Did you get Emmanuel? Did you hear that?
It's all right. No problem.
I guess you just join, just drop off, just drop and join us back. Thank you. So please, if anybody can see my screen, please let us just get that so that we can continue. All right. So then, what else do I need to add here? I might just want to add a bit of styling. Let's check what what else can we do with this. So you can say that is this you need to, do you want the application to just center its type to, and I'll set it to true, right? So it does not really change anything on the design yet, but there are some cases that if the text might be too much, it will probably just move it to the far side. So setting it to true automatically sets anything we have in this title widget to true, right? So that is that on that. So we are practically, I mean, with what we are doing at the moment, right? With this UI, we are done with this part. So why we have this is that, I mean, they added I think this is a font or something, or this is a logo, right? So I'm not sure I would probably want to go in depth to that part because I literally don't have the font file. But if you want to add a font to the application, what you have to do is just to create a folder outside your lib class here. So outside your lib class here, you create a folder. You just probably just name it, create a folder. Then you call it, you can call it assets, right? So inside your asset folder, the way I do my things sometimes is to have another folder. I'll call it fonts. I'll have another folder. I'll call it images. So this is where we have this is where I would have my images, right. Then if I'm using a font, this is where I'll have the font file, right. So the next thing I would do now is now to come to this prospect or the YAML file and add the path to my font side, to my font here. Do you get? So for the image too, I need to add the path. So what I will just do is just to comment this part out, and my own path is now asset slash image. What I have to do is just to change this to assets slash image, right? Then this one is not needed, right? So basically anything I'm doing on this file, when I'm referencing this file, it comes to this assets folder to come and check if it can have access to it. Sorry, there will be this thing is images, and there will be a backslash here. So if I want to do for fonts too, all I have to do is just to come here as well, and I will just uncomment this part. I'll add the font will have a font family, so I will just do this. So instead of me having font dot this dot my name, right, I'll have assets slash font, then this file here. So this file will now be like the file that probably your designer or anybody sending to you, you get. So that's how we had assets and all. So you can have as many you can have like two different fonts. This is for children pro, this is this, right. So then I will just comment this for because we are not using assets fonts, right. So that's that on that. So the next thing we want to do right now is we want to build this part, this image, right? So we know that in Flutter, like we started from this widget tree, we've done this, right? The next thing we'll do is we want to build all this. And for us to do this right, we need a column that will put this image text here, image widgets here. This is just what we have here. This is just what I'm trying to explain here, right? Taking at this view right now, I'm saying like this is an image widget. I'm saying a text widget. This is one text widget. I'm saying another text widget. Then these ones are for indicators. So when we get to that part, we'll do it. Then I'm saying a button here. Do you understand? And for because this is an onboarding screen. Basically, what we have here is, can you excuse my screen?
No.
Hello?
No, you can't see your screen.
What just happened? All right, let me just share my screen right now. Um, so- okay, is it up now?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So you know that this is a widget. This is another screen. This is how that's how we like build it like that. So what we just do is just come back to our lib folder. Please note that the asset folder that I had here is not inside my lib folder, is outside the lib with other things I will have here. You get. Then another thing is you make sure that when you comment this there has to be a space like a two tab here, just one tab, sorry, two space, but one tab. You just press on tab so that you can format it. Because if it's like this, actually, it will not work. You get. So you just have a tab here because sometimes these small things can literally be. I mean, it can be an error that. I mean, you just know that the error you'll be seeing is that the the images are not loading and like that and like that. So that's why you need to keep track of this thing, right. So in our lib folder, we have our in our onboarding folder. So we've done the app bar site, right? So what we'll do next is that we'll just try to export this image. So on Figma, what you want to click on this image. Once you come down, you can see export. So you have various options. You can export as PNG, you can export as SVG and JPEG, right? But for the you can, if you want to display, if you want to export as SVG, right? There is a package that handles that part. But for the sake of this class, you can just export as PNG. Then once you click on export, then it can load to your um laptop, right? So let me just try to export everything as one so that I will not come back to this part, right? Then the third one, then the third one is this. Okay, all right, good. So, so yeah. So what we are doing next is that we are literally displaying. We want to now design this part. So what's the first thing we'll do here is like we know that this has to be in a column, right? So in our body widgets, in the body of our scaffold, right, we'll have a widget called column. So column will take children. So children can now take as many widgets as possible. This let's say we have another, let me say so column can take as many widgets as possible. So if did you see what this screen is displaying at the moment now, right? So that's that for column widget. So the first thing I need here is I need I need this image, right? So what I'll do right now is to come to my what's the name? My downloads here, and I'll move these files to my Flutter application. Are you guys still with me?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right, thank you.
Yes, we are with you.
Okay, so I'll move. So this downloads now. This images now. I have to move it to my asset folder here, so that when I reference it in the code knows where to go and pick it up. So basically, I'll just quickly do that. I'll just do a quick drag and drop here. So I'll just do a quick drag and drop here. Then you can continue. So I'll change this to, let's say, onboarding image. Alright, one dot, so copy this. So then I'll change the name of this to then I'll change the name of this to this, right. So now I have this in my code, like I have this in my project folder now. So what I can do now is I now make reference to this in my code. So what I'll just do now is just go back to my onboarding, to my home screen, right? And I'd say that so if I had a widget here like this, let's say I had a widget here, um, let's say name, right? You'd notice that you notice that it is aligning to the side of this side of the screen, and I want it at center. So what I need to do is that I will just say the main axis alignment is equals to main axis alignment dot center. So what I'm trying doing here is that everything that I want to be on this column should be in the center. Do you understand? So you get to understand this better when we start coding now. So let me add another widget. So I want to now add um my image widget now, right? So what I add my image now. So what I will just do is there's this image, there's this widget that I would say the name is image dot asset. So this image dot asset now, I have to pass the path to my asset folder to my image here. So if I want to display like an image from the network now, I will just do image dot network, and I'll now pass the URL of that image. That's what I will pass here. But because we have the image already, I'll just pass the URL of this image, which is excuse me, which is assets slash images slash the name. So I can say the name is onboarding image one, right? Then dot png. So basically, what this is just doing is that the you are saying like this widget will go to the root of your application. Then it will now look for this part and this image. So it will check like, okay, do you have an asset folder? Yes. It will check the asset folder. Do you have an image folder? Yes. Now look for this file and it will display it to us. If I save this one now, you'd see that I don't know. Okay, let me also. Oh, sorry. There's something else broken. So, this is an error now. It's saying now unable to load assets. Assets not found. Assets dot image dash region 41. So let me now auto restart the application. exactly. So I think it's still loading. I mean, I just did an auto start now, so I don't know why this is a bit taking so much time. So why is it taking so much time? Let me just stop the application and run it again. Just hold on a moment, please. Okay, sorry about that. So I think it's still loading. Let me just okay. Should not take some 7 seconds. Okay. Okay. Exactly. So we'll have our this icon here, right? So the next thing we'll do is yes, settle this. So the next thing we'll do is that we what we'll do now is the next thing we'll need here is now this text, right? So what we just do is just that say that we have another um we need a space between this and this, right? So I will use like a size box of the height now, but let me just say 20 for now, right? Then I need this widget friendly brokers, right? So I need a text widget. I'll just use a text widget for that part. And I'll say friendly broker. So once I save it, right, you see that it's still there, right? So let me center this widget. So say cross axis alignment of center. So it will move uh, question of okay. So then and I have to style this widget because I mean if you check the design right, this is a bit bigger. You see like it has when you click on it, you'll have is bold, is this, is this. Let me I'm trying to check. I want to check the um, okay, this is bold and the font size is 28. Yes. So what's what's something here? 28 perfect. Sorry. What did I do here? Okay, I'm good. So all I will just do here is just to change. So if I want to style a text widget, there's a property here that you see as style. So this style will take the text style. So once it takes this text style now, right, can now have any other things I want to do here. So this, if I want to add the color now, let's say I want to change the color to like red, I can do colors dot red. If I save it now, this turn to red. So if I want to increase the font size, I can just say the font size, and this font size is a double. So I can say the font size should just be like 22, right? And it's like it's getting bigger, right? So I can also say that let me say the font weight. I want it to be a bit bolder, right? I can say the font weight is no font family. Font weight, font weight dot bold. So once I do that, this will get bold. You can see this and can see this as well. So I'll just change the color back to, let's say I'll change the color back to black. Yes. So then the next, can you guys hear me? Oh, am I just,
Yes.
You can
sorry,
see it.
Yes.
sorry.
Yes, we can
Do you
hear
have
you.
any, do you have any questions so far? So that I'll not just be coding and I'll just be enjoying myself.
For me, no, none for now. Just go ahead. If I have any question.
No. Yes, you can go, Mr. Igwe, right?
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for the class. Yeah, I wanted to ask, rather than just using red or black, can we use color code for those codes? I don't know
Okay,
if that question
yes.
is clear, sir.
Yes. So there are some designs that they will use color code. So if you want to use a color code, where we have these colors of black, right? It has to be exact color. So you have something like color, then you open a close bracket here. So you now decide. So you now say like X0XFF, then back with the color code. So I know FFF is white. Yes, 6F is white. Yes. So if I want to use a color code now, can you see the text has changed to white? So if there are probably another code, let me see if I can open a design that has. Sorry, I can't do that. This call is recorded. So if let's say like on this design now, the color is probably an exact color or something. What you just have to get is that color code, which is something like this. So what you just do from your own end is just that okay, you instead of this colors dot black has a list of um general color like that. You see black, blue, cyan, light, and some other things like that. You get color 54 and right. But if you want to specify, if you have a specific color code, right? What you do is you open the once you do color, this will take an integer value. The first value that is Flutter, like before Flutter can literally translate that your color code to the actual color is you just add 0xFF. Then anything you're now adding here will now be the color code of that. And so I don't know if I can just guess a color, maybe F3D something. Let me just try to guess a color, maybe to give me something else. Exactly. Can you see this is the color code for this? This kind of, I don't know, I'm not a color person, but I feel this is like a bit, I can see red here, I can see a light red. So if you save it, it will have this flow. I hope that answers your question, Mr. Igwe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So do you have any other question before I proceed? Please, next ask question. I mean, this is, so I would just, I mean, all right. I think we still have a long way to go. So I want to finish this. This is already 9:30. So we've done this part, right? When we want to, the next thing here is, sorry, I need to move this one to black. Colors, that's black. So the next thing here is we need a space between these parts, right? So we do a size box, right? Size box. Then the height, give, just say the height can be maybe like 5. Then this size box is just to have a space between values, right? Then say we had a text widgets. Then we have friends. Let me see if I can copy this thing. Where are you? Okay. So I can say this. Exactly. So, so we now want to, if you notice, like it's still not looking like our text here, right? So we need to center these ones, right? So what we just do here is because we just part of the properties there we say text align. So once you do text align, you see. So once you over on something like once you over this is what they can like. This is the property that they accept, right? So can just do this text align, and I will align it to center. So if I'm aligning to center, it sits at this end here. If I'm saying dot end, it will move to this other side. Like, can you see this? So that's that. So I'll just center this right. So going back to our design, I mean, if you are following the class now, you notice like it's not still look like it yet, but we are getting the shape of that tree. You get. So we have our this, we have this already, right? Then this indicator would use a package for that. So I'll come back to this part later, right? Let's just design this button. I mean this, yes, this button, right? So in Flutter we have, I mean, you'd see if you are using, probably if you be checking some online document or online YouTube tutorials like that, you'd see that before they are using I think X button or something, but right now I'll just add, let me just add another size box here first. Size box of height 7020. Then I'll have, so the button, this button, right, I'll use a widget called elevated button. So this elevated button, right, it has these two parameters that they are required. And you see, like when I override it, I'm seeing a function, a void function on press, then also a child. So this function is just what will happen when we click on this. Hold on, please. Let me just add this when we click on this button. Then this text, this child will now be like, oh, what do I want to have there? So I would say I want to have a text widget here. And the text will be get started. Get started. So that's this. So this is how the button looks like. We've not designed, I mean, this is just, we've not started adding, we've not changed the color, we've not done anything, right? So this is how it looks like, right? So this on press function is the action bar that will happen when we click on it, because you can check it is clickable, right? So if I'm printing anything here, let's say I'm printing tabs, right? Once I save, once I save this now, once I click on this now, in my debug console, you are seeing like I'm tapping, like this is printing. So if I click on this, it will just keep increasing the numbers, right? So that means that when I want to navigate to another page, we'll still get that right. Once I click on this would be executed. Like this is where I'll put that function, right? So that's then, let's now style our button, I mean our yes, our button to look exactly like this, right? So I mean you necessarily don't have to what's the word now? Necessarily don't have to, you just need to understand how it works, right? So if I click on it now, I can see that I have different things I can do here. I'm seeing on press, on long press, on over, on change focus, and some other things. What I'm just looking for is how to style it, which if I can click on this, I'll get a full documentation of how it works, right? So you can also check this out during your leisure time, right? So what I want to look for is how to style or something. So I can just put I here, but I feel like this is not necessary. So I just do style, and style takes a button style, right? So I know that I have a button style here. So I'll now say button style. I don't want to use this dots. No. Let me use elevated button style. So that's elevated button style. Elevated button dot style from. Okay, yes, good. So I can now set the background colors to be colors dot orange, right? So once I save this now, you'll notice that the color has changed to this. So what's the color of this thing for this so that I can have exactly so this is can you see that the color code for this is DD6140. If I want to change it here, all I just have to do is just to change to come here and I'll do this. I'll now say 0xff. Then what's the color code? DD DD6140 and we get that color code. So once I save it like this, we have this exactly the color that we have here. So text here is white. So I will just come to um my text widget here. I will style that one. So I will just add style. If you take a text style, and I would say the color should be colors dot white since this is a generic color, right? So can you see like we are getting something similar like this? So all I just have to do now is just to check to increase the height and also do some other things here. So I can also add this and say that we'll have this and say the shape that I want should be a rectangular border shape. Then I can now add the border radius. So border radius is radius dot and just do radius of circular, then I'll just do maybe like it. So once I save this now, we are getting the radius here is 12. So I can change this one to 12, right? So we are getting this is so basically what we do sometimes when we code is that you get once you over on it, the design already has all these fields for you. Okay, this is the radius, this is the color. All you just have to do is just to literally come to your code and give the exact value that you have there. You get then another thing I can do here is what else do I need to do? Can I just say maximum size? Let me say maximum size will take size and the width should just be double as infinity. Then the height should just be 40. The height should just be 40, right? Then just so to expand this to the screen a bit, right? Sorry, this should be a minimum size, right? Exactly. So why this is taken to this screen is because I'm setting the width here to be double dot infinity. So double dot infinity picks the whole side. It should just take the whole entire screen here. So if I'm setting this to like maybe 40, it should just give me off this side till you get. So what's the size of this This is the width is the height is 58. So I can change this height to 58. Then the width is 208. So I can say 208, right? I believe, yeah. So we'll have something like this here. Sorry, can anybody see? Confirm if you guys can hear me and if you guys are still following me, please.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we are with you.
All right,
We can
all
hear
right,
you.
all right. Then what else do we have to do here? We need to check. If you check, you see like this background is this your own background on the design is white and ours is a bit like a gray or something, something. So I'll just come to my scaffold here and I'll say the background color. So the color should be colors dot white. Very, very simple. So then we'll have this right. So you still, if you still check, we have how do I explain now? We are on this, we are getting it right. But however, you see that our own friend broker is starting from here, starting from the edge of the screen, right? So what we can just do here is just we can have we can wrap this whole column in a padding, right? So once we wrap it in a padding, it will give a space across this thing of 8 pixels. So if I do this and I save it, it will move everything to the center here. So I can say like this 8 is I can increase it to like 16 to shrink what we have here. So this the distance from here to here will now be 16. You get like 16 across boards, right? So that's trying to pick this. So that's that one. That's right. So that's basically we are done with this page, right? But if you check, if you are following well, you notice that there is still one gray this thing on top of this screen. I don't know if anybody's seeing it. So this is because um so it's not gray, it's a bit I really don't know the color chart. But you guys are following right. So it's just because in this amber, I also need to change the background color to white. I'll just do colors dot white and as simple as that. Once I go back now, I see everything is white. So this is where the this thing comes in, right? I know this is still not what we have to just do here is to give a space between this. I mean, if you check the design has this whole space for our image, then this and this, right? But I want to do something before I do that space, right? If you check this design, you notice that we have same thing for this same flow that we have here. It's also the same flow that we have here. It's also the same flow that we have here. So what I can just do is just to create this widget, and I will just pass in the text and this text now. So it will be add screen now. It will be dynamic somehow. You get. So instead of me writing another code to copy and paste this one, copy and paste, copy this for the next screen, right? For this one now. All I just have to do is I'll just use one widget for everything. So, but before I do that, there is this three dots, right? And if you have worked on if you have seen any onboarding application before, you would know that sorry, if you know that basically you are still on one screen, right? You are just swiping, like you are just moving to the next text and the next text and the next text, right? So, but for this class, you can actually implement that natively, right? You just write some codes to like do that, but I would want to go through. There's a package that we use to do that part. So I can also use that part to also explain the flow. So um basically we have some packages in Flutter. So basically, what are packages in Flutter? Packages are just some some tools that we use that literally helps us like do some other things like that. So basically, you have the Flutter framework already, right? So packages are just some things that we use to enhance the way we work. So if I want to, what else can I do? If I want to display SVG images like this, for example, right? Flutter only supports PNG image, right? So I need another package to, I need a package that supports that flow, that supports SVG images on my application. So this pub.dev is like the official package repository for that and Flutter, which is literally supported by Google. So any package you literally just all you just have to do is just to search for it here and you get it. So if I'm searching for let me just use that SVG picture for example, right? To get website exactly. So once you get the version number, you get like a README. It'll tell you okay, these are the things. Then you also get like how to use it, like just a quick documentation on the package. Then also you get examples. So these are like okay, these are how to use this. Then also how to install. So you just run this pub hard, and I mean you should be good from this. These documentations are just they are self-explanatory, so you can always go and go over it when you are chance, right? So basically for this class, I will just take where exactly are you? So I'll take I think this is the package I'm looking for, right? So this is the package. So the package is page indicator to exactly. So this you can see the different types that we have and also the examples that we have as well. They have a lot of things, right? So this is how to use it, right? All I have to just do is just to can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. So so all I just have to do is just to come here to install it. So basically I can run this, I can just copy this, come to my terminal here and I've run it. Then once it runs, it will had so all I have to do is just come back here and should see it here. Oh, it's not even adding here, sir. Oh, this one requires version 3.0. So I'll just copy this, come to your dependencies. Don't know why. I think it's my Flutter package or something. It's my SDK version, and I have to, and I'm not sure how to install that part yet. So I'll just go to this. So I'll just go with this version 3.1 version. Okay. So I'm coming. I'm trying to. So once you save that, you have access to the package. All good enough. So once the this package is added now, I can now have access to it. Let me see if I can do something to just show you that. So I can say smooth Note indicator. Let me just check how to use it again. So you go to the example, right? Let's just show the documentation. Then exactly. So I can see like okay, it uses a page controller to get the scroll effect to animate the dots, right? Okay, good. So what I'll do now is I have this that handles this effect, right? But that thing has a I need to for me to be able to use that widget, I need a page controller so that it can handle the navigation as what's seen here. And so if I copy this now, right? I copy this and I paste it here now. This guy will shout that I need to import the package, but I need to create a controller that will handle the path, right? So what I would do is I would have to refactor this page a bit so that it can take. I need a page controller so that when I'm switching from the first image here to the next content, right, there will be like the transition. So I'll show you that in a moment now. So what I will just do now is just to remove this first, remove this. Then this one I would have to first and foremost then copy this part out, cut this one right. So I'll wrap this my yeah, I can still do it like that. So I'll wrap this in a column, then I will now wrap this in a this the children rights, but I have this. Then this column now I'll have a widget called expanded widgets. Then this expanded widgets now it will now take a page page view. Yes, that's I think that's the name of the widget, right? So the page widgets take the children and then it will take a controller. Yes. So I can now paste my code here, right? Then I have to create a controller as well. So this might be a bit, it might be like magic to you guys, but just follow me. I'll try to like explain the flow once I'm done. So we have a page controller equals to page controller, right? Page controller, then include it. So I'll use the controller here. Okay, I'll go now. So yeah, okay. So just follow me, guys. Then once we have this, we have then after that we have this controller with the um. Someone dropped a message now in chat. Um, oh, my head is hot. So your head would not have to be hot. Oh, this is like the basic, just a simple thing we are doing. Though. Uh, did you hear that? So, well,
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's because of I just started learning it. I mean,
I will explain what's happening to my keyboard slides. Hey, what's happening? So hold on, please. I don't know what's happening. I cannot simply copy and paste. And this is just like it's just because maybe because I'm probably fast or something. That's why it's not. These are just like a basic thing though. So then we have then we now have we should have a smooth this thing here. should have smooth page indicator. Yes, that's all. So the controller will just pass our controller here. Then the item count we just do let's do two for now. So then what else do we want to have there? We can now have our effects. So effects can now be like what do we have in this effect? One effect, expanding dot effects, then dot size is 6 and dot color is 6. Okay, so exactly. So basically, this is just what I've been trying to work on since morning, right? But I just because of this, let me let me create another one here. What's happening now? Why is this thing screen like this? So let me display. Let me show you another one. Like the idea. So I'm gonna set this system. So so this is just what I've been trying to. Let me just explain what I've just done right now. Why we have this that page controller, that page view, is because for normal what's the name now? For normal onboarding, right? What we have is just a page and the text will literally change. I mean, this is so this package. Let me just go over the code again, right? This is we've designed this for the first one, right? This widget. This is it, right? So we now have to move it to a page controller, a page view, and a the controller because we want it to be in this page, but we want to be able to scroll to the next one, right? So if let's say now that I want to change to this, I want to move to this second text now, right? All I just have to do is just to come down here, and change my my the parts to my image to image two, right? CW. Then my contents here should be great analytics, right? Let me just copy that. Then I'll do this, right? Then the text is amazing. This I'll just copy this. So once I save this now, right, you'll notice like the first test is so basic. Practically, we are done. You get what we just have to now do is just to align this space, the space that we have here to this, and that can be done by just adding a size box. Just have another size box here. Where are you? Where are you? To the bottom of the screen, right? So that it can give us that space that we want, right? So oh, let me do like 25. Oh, let me do like 40. Uh, so then I can now change the color of this one. I think I saw something like color here. Color dot color. So this one will now be color dot. What's the brand color that we used here? This one, right? So any questions so far? Or do I need to go over this tape? Hello, can anybody hear me? Or are we tired?
Yes, we can hear you.
So do you have any questions so far? Anybody? Do you have any question? Should I just proceed? Yeah, and management share, you can go on.
Okay, sorry, sir. I was lost from where you wanted to do the, the part that before you started the controller part. I don't know how you got those. I was lost there.
So that's the final part, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Um, I will. Let me just go over that part again. Feel like so basically what I just did here is that because I want these guys, I want the first thing we did was to design this first page, right? And we know that the way onboarding works is like it's just one, like we are not leaving the screen, you get. So it's just for us to just click on, I mean, for some cases, right? Once they click on get started, once they click on probably this one will be next. So once you click on this, it will move to the next tab. Once you click on this, it will move to the next tab, right? So why we had to bring that controller is like that controller is what is literally moving from this page to this page. You get. Let me go back to the code. Sorry, let me just let me just so this is what we did, right? We we had to wrap this one now to a widget. This is if I comment this part out now. If I comment this part out, and it's like this is just what we have. We just have this. So basically, the page view, what the page view is just doing for us, what this page view is just doing for us is like it is the one that is responsible for us changing this from one screen to the other. You get. So what we just do here is like we have our screen here. The controller is the one controlling from this next page to the other. You get. Then the page view is the widget that is allowing us stay on this page while we can move from one design to the other. You get. So that's basically the flow that we have. So I mean, it might be it might be a bit technical at the moment, right? But once probably you watch this video again and you can literally go over it and pause the video to see what I mean, you can just see the code. So basically we have this is for our first screen, this is for our second screen, this is for our third screen, right? So this is for the third one now. So if let's say I'm changing the value here to maybe dive now, friend. Maybe dive now, right? And I save it, you see that the first page here would have changed. The first, so this file here is for this one that I just did here, right? Then the third one is, I can just change the image so that you guys can see. So do you understand my explanation I just gave that some that part? Or it's still a bit confusing?
Okay, I think I get it now. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So when is this class supposed to end? It's tentable on this call.
12 a.m.
Yeah, she as well.
12 power, 12K. It cannot be 12. Yeah, if we can proceed, please just unmute and speak.
Peter, you called me.
Ah, I thought you are following our class now. I said, when is the class supposed to end?
10:30.
Ah, I'll finish this thing tonight like this. All right,
What?
Igwe, just go on.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. For this particular implementation, in an instance whereby we don't have a call to action button on this onboarding screen, we only have something like an icon. I mean, icon that is swiping left and another one that is swiping right. Is it that are we going to just come up with that? I'm just asking this question. Are we going to just come up with that icon or there is already a package in Flutter for that?
So I didn't get that this thing right.
Yeah, okay. Let me explain. Let me ask again. For this particular onboarding flow, apart from us having this call to action button that is taking us to the next page, taking us to the next page. How about if we have like an icon that is taking
And
us? I
so
mean,
okay, so let's okay, I get your point now. Like if let's say we have like a next icon somewhere around here, right?
exactly, exactly.
And that's still it's still following this flow, right? So what you just do is very, very simple. You can still use this package, but your once you click on it now, your controller will control the next button here. Do you get? So
Then
once you click on
then you
it
cannot.
now, the control sorry?
Yeah, I'm sorry for cutting you, sir. I so like already we are having like two button already. That's next and previous. So those that page controller can actually control those two button. I don't know.
Yes, yes, yes. So basically you just have to write the logic that you know that from here I'm setting my controller to my count to be three. That's why we have three this thing here. So in that case, I will have like maybe like click or click or dot let. I will have maybe the numbers of my my these dots here, numbers of the slides I have here, dot length. So what I will just be doing here is like once it gets to the last value, I'll tell him to like probably hide this button. Do you get? So it's just something like that, but it's just because we are working with this kind of UI. That is why we are not doing that flow. But what you just do is just to on press of that icon, you set your controller to control that button, and it will count the numbers of slides that you have already. So did I answer that question?
Yeah, it answered it well now, and thank you for that.
All right, right, thank you. So do you have any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay.
Uh,
So in the absence of no questions, I think we'll just have to wrap it up today.
no. Let's okay. I think should we just do this, or probably we can pick this up as an assignment. This page, this screen, or should I just do it on the call? Is there stop now?
Um, well, from the look of things, most of us, okay, no, they want to do it on the call.
Is any okay? Should we do it on the call, or we can? Okay, all right. Let's just go. I think we can do. I hope we can finish this in like a few minutes, right? Okay, please hold on. All right, guys. So if we want to do this thing right, for consistency, I just want to quickly refactor this part, right? So that we don't have a back and forth. I mean, this is do I even need that? All right, good. Let me just continue with this. What's this? This is story, right? So we said we you know that this once we click on this button now, it should take us to the next page. So what I will do is this is where navigation and routing comes in, right? I know we still discuss um, navigations properly, right? But for this class, I'll just want us to have like so basically we have different navigation system. We have navigation.pop, we have navigation.push and some other things like that. So let me just give you a very quick overview. If you want to move to the next page and you're using navigation, we have different navigations. You can even send you can also handle navigations from you can use your state management package to also handle navigations, but when we get to that side, we'll probably like get to know more about that part. But for navigations, actually, let me say I want to navigate to the next page. What I will just do is just to say navigator dot push. So we have different options there. So we have can pop default general initial route of maybe blah, blah, blah and all the apps like this. You have a lot of this. Sha. But if you want to move to the next page, you can just navigation dot push. Then this will take a context, then route. So the route is where exactly are you routing from this page? The context is the current build context of this. There should be this is so what we'll do is you now say like this will be like a material page route. Then sorry, hold on please. So like call you later. So this will take a builder and the builder will take a context, then we'll have this, then the page. So I will now, so this is now the page that I will route the user to. So what I will just do in our home screen, I'll just change this to notes. No, I can even change it. I can even leave it as home. So we create a new file here. Create a new file. We name it notes underscore home dot dat. So I would now say this should be a stateless widget. Stateless widget. Let me use stateless widget for now. I can say notes home screen. This should be a scaffold, right? Let me just leave this one for now. So I'll now come here and I'll just say should route here. Then I'll also import it. So basically what I'm just doing here is I'm just telling that okay, navigator dot push to which page, material page route and home screen. So if I save this one now, right, and I click on this get started, once I click on this get started, right, it should take me to Minor. Hold on, please. Okay, something is wrong there. This is what's that thing? Sorry, please. Let me just run this thing here. Exactly. Is it? Okay. Sorry, let me just run. I think something happened to my door. Just switch. Why is doing try? So do you have any questions so far so that while this is loading, I can always take question and we can move. Anybody? Maybe
Not
that's it.
not from my end. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
fine.
basically, as I'm looking at this UI, is something very, very simple and basic. I can see like this is a text widget, this is a row, this is an icon. So and they are on a is this horizontal or vertical? I think this is I think it's horizontal, right?
Horizontal,
Vertical.
yeah. Abi.
Just pick one. So basically, I know that this guy will be this everything. Sorry. So let me just let this every text here will be in a column, right? This will be in a row because it has this and this. This is a row, this is a column, then this will be a card. Then this and this will be in a row because they are still on another, they are they're on the straight line. This one is the tax, like this is a column, this is a column. Then this one, I'll just move this one head and I'm done with this card. This is a floating action button. So that's how the flow will be. I'll code it now so that you guys can see. So once I click on get started now, can you see that it's routing me to um, a different page, right? So this is the navigation. So this push means that I have my onboarding screen. Once I click on this now, it should push this page on top of the onboarding screen. So if I have, let's say now that I have an app bar here, right? App bar, app bar. Automatically, I'll see a back button. So if I click here now, it will take me to this page. So that's navigation. We also have some navigations that if I want to click on this one, I should not be able to go back to that previous page. We have a navigation system like that you get. So, but for this course and I'm trying to meet up with that 10:30 so that everybody can, go and rest and prepare for tomorrow and all. So once I click on this get started now, like if I've moved to this page, right? So I don't need, do I need this? Let me check this design again. I'm not sure I need this one, but this one. So just code with me, right? So I'll have a column and I'll have a children, right? As I said earlier. So I'll set the background color to be colors dot white. Please, if I'm too fast, probably just let me know so that I can explain and over it again. So then sorry, somebody's trying to say something.
No, it's fine.
All right, thank you. So so this is a text and an icon and they are on the straight line, right? What I have to do here is I know that I need a row widget here. So the row widget should take this text. It should take a text widget and it will say, hello, my notes, right? Okay, oh good. Can we see it at the top here, right? So because I want it to show here, there is a widget called safe area. Safe area. So this safe area will start from, it will not start from the notification side of things on your application on your device, maybe iOS or Android. Then this background is white, is black. So we'll set it as black here. So I know you might not be able to see it right. So we'll now have we style this one, we say text style, then say the color should be colors dot white. The font size should be very big, I think 28. Then the color, okay, I think we've done that color. Then the font width should be bold. Font is dot bold. All right. So if we check our design, we'll have hello, comma, then this is moving to a next line. So we'll have a comma here. So if you want your text to move to a next line, on your keyboard, there is a forward slash. I do N. That's for new line. So anything you have here, it will move it to the next line. And we have something like this. So we can see that it's still not looking like it's like there's still some space here. So we'll wrap this our widgets, this our column widgets to wrap it to the padding. And we just say the padding should be like, let's say 16. And here we go. Right. Awesome. So in this our row widget as well, we have another widget. We have what now design this word, this icon. So what we just do is we just say icon button. So this icon button is just like an on press. It has, but it's not meant for icon. So it has an on press function and an icon to display. So this I'll just return an empty function for now. Then the icon will now be icon. Then you now define the icon you want, which is I think it should be icons dot what's this icon? What's this icon? I think it's tune or something. Yes, exactly. Can you see it here? Then we change the color to colors dot white so that we can see it here. Yes, all good. So what we have to do now is we need a space between this. We need to move this together to this end. So what we just do is just to in our row widget here, we say our main axis alignment is main axis alignment dot space between. So space between we get a space between this and this. Then also this color is not black. See if I if I if I let me try if I okay, but let's okay, yeah, it's I think it's black. Is this that is so basically we can still increase the fonts of our this to be like maybe like 30 or something. So I feel like we are done with this part. So please, do you have any questions or comments as regards this before I move to the next one?
No, sir.
All right. All right. Thank you. So we are done with this part, right? All we have to do is to design this search field, this search here icon. That one too is a bit very simple. So we just have a space between these widgets. Can just have a space of, let's say, a space of height of 10. Yes, 10, right? Then we now want to design our search, this field, right? So what we just it's just a normal flow that we've been using before, right? You can see that this we need a container that will take this and to have a widget here, an icon here that will say search, then another text field here for this functionality to work. So what I will just do is just to say like, let me get a container for this first, and that container I'll have to decorate it. Decorate, I would say box decoration, Then I will now say the color. Color will now take color of this. So what's the color of this? 1F, 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 right? So color will now be color 0xff, 1F, 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 awesome. So you might still not see it yet. Then I'll have a, I think I'll have a border radius. I'll have a border radius. So border radius is radius with circular and so correct. Then we have a child. So a child will now be a text field. That's the widget. So if we save it now, and you see like we now have that's this shape. Oh, big man. We now have this shape now, this color. Then what we have to now add there is just the icon and this text. So this search field has I think it has decoration or something. Yes, decoration. So once the decoration take it will take input decoration. So what we'll do here is we do input decoration, then we now start defining the properties that we want. So each int text is say search here. That's the field exactly. So then this has I think it has something like a suffix icon or something. Um, what else? What else do I do here? We have search here, right? Then we have border. Let me reduce that border. So it should be the border will be input border. That's long. So this will remove this underline exactly. And we have a suffix icon. I think we have a suffix. Um, prefix icon or something. Yeah, we now have an icon. Okay, you can take an icon. So an icon will now take an icon icons dot touch right. Okay, exactly. Like if you see that, can you see like we are getting that value of this thing here? Then what else do we need here? Do we need the border? Okay, okay. I think I need to add the padding here. Padding is pages that's symmetric. Horizontal should just be 10. Awesome. All right. So are you guys still with me? Or am I the one
Yeah,
just enjoying my?
we are with you.
Okay, so let me just go over this search this thing, right? So what I just did here is just to get a container, right? This container is like is the one housing this test field. You get. So why I have to use the container is because of I needed this separate color. You get. So that's the container that is housing this, and this is the color, right? So what is trying showing this text here? Guide, no, just so far. So what is literally showing the int text is search here, which we have here. The icon here is this icon of search. Do you get? So do we have any questions or comments as regards to this? Hello, are we still on this call?
No, sir.
Please let me hear from others as well. So that's yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, sorry, sir. Um, in that hint text where you have the search from the design, this search icon and the search here are kind of bold. So I don't know if there's something we can do to make what you are creating to also be bold.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know I was actually muted. Sorry, can you come again with that question? I didn't get that part. Like you said something is bold or something.
Okay, I said the search icon and the search here are looking somehow bold from the design, the Figma design. I
Yes,
mean,
that's because we okay. So what we just have to do is just to get the color like this edit access that I have for this design. So what we have to do is just to add where's the color? I cannot even find the color now. I cannot even find the color. So what I can just do here is just to add another field, another property here that I would set the int I think is style int style then text style. So I would set this color. I'll set this color to something else now. So what is this looking like? This should be white something something. So I'd say the color is colors dot white. I think white 38. Let me try white 38. Mm, uh, so let me try white 54. Can you see like the colors? The color has now changed now. Who drops that feedback? So I just have
yes,
to
sir,
just
yes,
add the
sir.
color there. So let me have add that same color. So basically that is just for you to just get what you have on the design. You get I mean once you check the design, you can be able to replicate it. Just understand how the widget string is formed and you can always replicate it, right? So I believe I can continue. So what I will just do now because it's getting late and so I have to prepare for work tomorrow, right? I'll design this last card and I'll probably I'll just want us to design this last card with the assignments I'll be dropping for this session. So I think that's fine, right? You guys are not saying anything.
That's great. That sounds fine.
Okay. So basically, right, we know that there's a space between these two. So and this thing is very, very simple that Figma has a way that you can check the line, the space between these two. I don't know why this is not showing right. I don't like this edit access honestly. So I will just add the size box because why I'm very particular about this is because I mean when you start working with designers, and I have worked with designers that they will not give you, they will just tell you you have to implement what exactly they have on the design because that is how their own work can be. I mean, that is how their work can be a bit like effective. So this card is very, very simple. Would notice like we have a container here that will house we have a card, sorry. Let's use a card now, not a container. That will house this all these um files, right? This one and this one they're on a straight line. So we know that this is a rule. So we just use that same process that we use for this, right? Then others will be a column. Then this just now we just have one widget. We just have it will be a text, right? Then we'll just find a way to just push it to the other side, and we are done for the night. So let me just quickly run through that part so that um, it will not really take our time. So this here, I will have a card widget here, right? Card save. Then what the card will do is I'll have a child. Then the child will now be a column for this, now we have a children, right? So I have one row and another column. Good. So I have one row with children. Children will now be a text, which is a date. I'll have that as 29th May, 29th May. Then I'll have another one. This is an icon. Icon, then I'll do icons, icon. Icons of share, I believe. What exactly is this? How do I define an icon? Set key add costs. There is a constant solving. Oh, icons is immutable. Where is the constant? Okay. Shit. Signature. So have this, okay? Then this will now be in-axis alignment, will now be in-axis. Let's put it right. Okay. Then this will close this. They will now have a side box. All right, or just 5. Then they have a text. Oh, what's the text like? So, are you guys seeing me? Or am I just
Yes, sir.
coding and enjoying myself?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we're
right,
here.
thank you. So, I'm just trying to I'll still style it later though. I'm just trying to, then this is another text, right? So, how about that text widget that has this? Uh, mhm. Then, what else? This will be in-axis alignment. So, starts. Okay. Then what else do we have? We have this just now, right? Then we have it. So just just So this text now writes, I'll wrap this in the widgets called, the widget is called align. Yes, align. So I would now say alignment is equals to alignment, alignment, right. Good. So then I'll come to my card here. I'll come to my card here. I'll be imagine right. So 16, then another shape. So should be rounded rectangular. Whether it is, and that is the color. So, right, so that color should not be color. Where is it? Where's the color? Oh, yes. So, please, are you guys still following my thoughts, my design, please? Like,
Yes, sir.
sorry, I feel like I know you guys are tired already, but I'll be done in a moment. So, this is what's the color for this? So, this area colors, let me just put it as white now so I can see the then this should now be color, but this should just be totally this can be better because I need it just here. Okay, yeah, there's something to literally stylist, style, 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 this should have been on should go to the white. So yeah, I think exactly. So we'll have. Are you guys seeing me?
Yeah, you're not alone. You're not alone.
Thank you for supporting me. I'm really grateful. So yes, this is how it looks, right? So all I have to do now is that I have to increase the font size of this. So font size to like maybe like 10. Then I'll also make it bold. Font weight is font weight the bold. Then I'll also make this font size to the maybe this should be around maybe 14 or something. and this is what we have. So let me just explain this. I can't remember this icon actually, but I think it's share or something. What is that? Where are you? Where is the icon? Okay, I think it's maybe download. It's not download. Maybe share something. Share. Okay, I think it's something around IS. Let me just look for that close suspects. Okay, so let me just explain what I have here. I need more space between this text and this. I need a sized box between my height and the exactly. So let me just explain the process around this. Yes, Mustafa.
Okay, sorry, sir. That share button looks like the share this thing on iOS. So I don't know if there is an icon for that.
I know that there is actually. I just can't find it at the moment. I think you should. Yeah, yes, sure. Exactly. Yeah, thank you for that. So that's the icon. So let me just explain the distance, right? Checking this design, I know that this date and this they are on the straight line. So that's it has to be in a row. So that's what we have here. And the spacing is between. If you move those guys to the edge, the padding here that I have is the space between these guys around here. So if I'm doing like a 16 pixel right now, you notice that these guys are coming together, like the spaces around this thing is much, right? So that's what I have this padding for. Then I have a text widget, another text, then I move this. So for these green dots, I'll have to have a what's the thing there? I'll wrap this in a column. Then once I have it in a column, I'll do a container. Then once I have a container, I'll add the color and it has to be circular. Why do we use a card regenerator? Okay, so we can also use a container actually. Let me see. But because it does not take a shape, okay. So we can let me so to take a decoration, now take a box decoration, then I can have this shape. I have the shape here, right? No. The shape is box shape. Okay, this one cannot take. Okay, wait, let me just even see so it should work. Oh, okay, I think I know why. Decoration just should not be here. Exactly. And if I just change it to a container now, it works. So you can use a container widget and you can also use a card widget and so did I answer that question? Also, so good. So we can use so basically what we just have to do here is just to add the border radius here. So just to add a border radius, we had a border radius and the radius dot circular. They had like so, and we have exactly what we have on that card. And I feel this even more makes sense than what we have on that card. But I think they're just the same. It depends on how you want to, run it. So, so it's just like that. You can play around this. So I if I we ought to restart my application right now, right? Let's just say like I mean our application is looking like it. So what we can just do is uh, so for consistency, I can change can change these guys to black. So I'll just come to my onboarding screen. Then I'll change this background to black. I'll change this background to black. So then I'll not change my text to white. So guys, I think I'll share this. I'll share this Figma link to the group, and also your and also this code, right? Probably I'll push this to GitHub and also so that try you guys can try the other part of it. It's just for you to just try it, and I mean just get the experience so that you guys you can also learn and stuff. Because there's something that I did not do yet I should have done, but like as I just want to keep it as basic as this. So I think I like this black like this, honestly. I think so. So I think I like this black. Yes, that much. Thank you. Right. So here we are. Here we go. So basically, we design our homeboarding, and I feel it's literally. I mean, in fact, if the only thing that we didn't do here is just that we didn't add the font. So maybe you take that in another class, and I guess. Do you have any questions so far? And I'm sorry, this is already almost 11 already. So do you have any questions so far so that we can close the class, and I'll share um this link to have other onboarding flow, right? But I think they are the same. They are it's just images and distance. So probably I will just share our assignment so that you guys can code, and you can also use my code as an example. And with this template that we just did together. So do you have any questions or comments before I hand over the mic the this thing for our community manager system supply? Yeah, Mustafa, you can go on. Yeah, you can mute your mic.
Okay, sorry, sir. Please, I wanted to ask: is there any difference between icon button and just an ordinary icon?
Yes, yes. So icon but anything button has on press. I think I have something like that here. This one is an icon button. This is an icon. So anything button, if you check, where is the icon now? The icon, this one has on press. So if I print something here, let's say icon button, right, and I close it, right. Once I click on this now, I'll see icon button here. But an icon, it does not, it's just displaying the icon. So I can't add any on press or any this thing here. So in a case whereby I want to show an icon and I want users to be able to like click on it or probably go to settings or something, I'll use an icon button widget. And in the case whereby I just want to display the icon, I'll use the icon widget. So that's this thing as regards that. I hope I answer your question, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, now over to you, Temitope. Well, I think I'm done for the night. Thank you guys for staying this far, and I'll see
Thank you for
you guys very soon.
thank you for staying this far and for taking the class to this point. I really appreciate you, Mr. Peter. you've done so much for this class tonight. And one thing I would say is, even despite the fact that you had a long day and you are very tired, you pushed till this time. I, for one, am really grateful for that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I believe everybody here has been impacted one way or the other. For everybody that stayed to this point, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I believe that you've learned one or two. Mr. E, please, you can go ahead.
Yes, I'm so sorry to cut you short. I think that I'm just checking the message section and I'm seeing that Mr. Oluwatosin actually asked a few questions. I just realized that. I don't know if Mr. Peter is still on the call.
No,
Right.
If
Yes, he's still here.
he,
Because he's still presenting. Do
he,
you still want him to
I
answer the
think he
question?
answered the question already.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He answered already.
Okay. Sorry, I just
Already.
okay. I think because I
Thank
saw
you.
your hand raised, I thought you wanted him to address something again.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. E. Thank you, Oluwatosin. Thank you, Adedayo. I don't know. Is that crown signatures? I'm not sure. Thank you, Abraham. Thank you, Ikena. Thank you, guys, for staying to this point. Thank you, Mustafa. I'm so sorry. Thank you, guys. Please do well to go over the recording once it goes live on YouTube. And thank you so much, Mr. Peter. We can't thank you enough. Uh, yeah, do well to go over the recording once it goes live on YouTube. If you have any questions, you can send a message to the Slack channel as well. We would Mr. Peter would be available to answer, and if he doesn't answer, someone from the team would respond, or I'll just call his attention to it. Thank you, guys. Do have a lovely evening. Night rest. Oh, Precious, you are here with us. We are just wrapping up. Thank you for joining in, and the recording will go live tomorrow or late tomorrow. You have a question? Go ahead.
No, it's not a question. I had network issue. That's why.
That's fine. The recording should go live tomorrow morning or in the evening. I would make sure to press for that. Don't worry.
Thank you.
All right then. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Serious students, they still dey for. Now wow,
Um,
now no one come.
Tell me, I wanted to ask how the attendance was going to be taken. Is already being taken. I think
Yeah,
you didn't
it's
see my
taken
staff.
automatically
Okay.
based on Tosin's suggestion. So that's what the team is using at the moment.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Omotosin then supposed to pay you for that information. A very, very innovative solution. Yeah.
We gave them to the community.
And when is our next class?
So we should have our next class on Saturday.
On
Mr. David is
Saturday.
arriving now. Yes. So he's
Okay.
back. So we should have our next class on Saturday. I'll just follow up with him on that tomorrow, and
Okay.
then I'll share updates with you.
Mm.
Want to
All
see you.
right.
Good night.
All right. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Bye.
Sure.